And even actually for older kind of, vintage lenses, cine lenses, there's actually options out there now to bring in focus into those kind of older lenses, or into those manual lenses with things like DJI's Focus Pro system, and that kind of utilises LiDAR to bring autofocus into any kind of manual lens. And one thing I do find very useful for manual lenses, not all camera systems have it, but if you can find lenses that have linear focus, that can be really, really useful, because essentially it allows you to change how much you turn the focus in relation to how much it's actually focusing sort of either end of the barrel. So you could just keep spinning the focus ring on this. It has no kind of hard stops. So you can essentially pick in there if you want to just do like a very slight turn from one end of the focus wheel to the other, or it's a very long kind of focus turn. And I've talked about that in another video, so I'll kind of explain it a bit better in that video. But yeah, it's a very useful feature. And another very useful feature, if you're planning on kind of doing handheld work, or if you're, you plan to sort of be off a tripod a lot, having kind of in-body stabilization is obviously part of the camera, or IBIS. That's something you get with the camera. But then also a lot of lenses will also have what they call kind of lens stabilization, or on this it's called power OIS, which is optical image stabilization. So essentially with the Lumix cameras, it works similarly across a lot of them, but they've got good in-body stabilization. And then if you can find a lens that also has a lens stabilization that works with the camera, so usually same brand lenses, they kind of work together and they create a kind of dual IS system. So then that creates really, really smooth shots without needing a gimbal or anything like that. And that's not to say it makes a gimbal irrelevant. It doesn't, but it can be really, really useful. You can get really, really kind of long zoom shots that are incredibly stable, which you kind of couldn't get without that lens stabilization or a lot of post stabilization. And sort of at the end of the day, everyone's different. All video shooting situations can vary massively. So in this video, I've just kind of tried to highlight some of the features that you might want to consider for your kind of style of shooting. Any lens can shoot video to a degree, but there are features in other lenses that you might find useful. And at the end of the day, it's all about budget. So if you can't afford a better lens, just kind of be creative with the lenses you do have, because obviously, if everybody had thousands of pounds to spend on lenses, it would be easy for me to just say, get the best lenses out there for video. It's like anyone can do that. But in reality, most of us are building up lens collections, with the money we've got, and we're kind of going from there. And it was really just my intention in this video is really just to try and explain, what can be useful, and avoid the kind of pitfalls of buying lots and lots of lenses that maybe you aren't going to use, or they're not suitable. So yeah, if you found this video helpful, please give it a like. If you've got anything to kind of contribute, please kind of drop stuff in the comments with your kind of favorite lenses and the way you work and what you find useful. And please subscribe.